Allow me this battle.
Taste my power! In the name of the balanced line! Allow me. With pleasure. Good work, Ragna. Wow, you really did it. Crispina, Mother of Darkness, lend me your power.
Woo! Time to take a breather.
One, two, three, four. Let's be off. Fireball. It's my
Blaze gear!
freezing shot.
Wall gear! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Coming through! Give it to me! Listen. Coming through! Looks like treasure! Time to take a breather.
Now then, let's exercise! Oh yeah! Feel the burn! One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. Muscle! Muscle! 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Good! Good! I believe in you! Beautiful! Like poetry in motion! Oh, you've grown so much! Welcome, welcome! You've got yourself a deal. You've got yourself a deal. You've got yourself a deal. Come again! Welcome, welcome! Come again!
Welcome. Toodles.
Give it to me!
Allow me. Ha! Ha!
Give it to me!
What?
Give it to me!
What? Nothing yet. Yeah.
Shooter!
What? This'll be a blast. Nothing yet. Hello.
Wanna rest a little?
They're up again! Tornado!
Duck and cover! Ah! Duck and cover! Looks like treasure! Pretty smooth. Woo! Time to take a breather.
Let's be honest.
Welcome, welcome! Many thanks! Come again!
Let's be honest.
Looks like the barrier's been broken.
At long last, the prodigal princess returns.
And right on schedule. I leave my niece to you. Do what you wish with her. Break her. Humiliate her. It matters not to me.
Are you sure? I thought you intended to meet with the princess face to face.
She cannot even fend off the three of you. She has no right to call herself a true blood. And no right to stand in my presence. If she wishes an audience, let her earn it.
Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Spare the rod, spoil the child, is it? Ex Machina, how are things looking with the rainbow jewel?
Everything is proceeding as expected. At the current rate, the ritual should be complete in a matter of hours.
Well then, I suppose it's fulfilling its purpose admirably for the stolen relic. I'm going to step out for a bit. Just keep going with the ritual.
As you wish.
About a high roller lifestyle. This place makes Fiona's mansion in town look like a quaint summer villa. No wonder you wanted to get your castle back so badly. It's about as swank as they come.
You think so? Personally, I think it's almost too large. It's just me and Rue here, and the serving spirits. There's no way we can make use of all this space.
Guess it's all in how you look at it. Though looking around, I'm sort of surprised. I was expecting a bit more of a reception than this. After I got all pumped up, it feels like kind of a letdown.
I suppose you have a point. You'll get your chance for action, though. I feel the presence of many fiends deeper inside.
Princess Alwyn. Princess Alwyn, can you hear me?
Hey, isn't that voice...
Ralyra, is that you?
Of course it's me. Who else would be using telepathy to contact you? Rue got me up to speed on what's been happening. So you finally managed to dispel the barrier, I take it?
Naturally. In fact, we're in the castle right now. So, have your auguries and scrying turned up anything important?
They have. I've discovered where Marquis Zahar is holed up. He seems to be performing some sort of ritual in the castle's chapel.
What?
Wait, your vampire castle has its own chapel? How does that even work?
It's a chapel to Espina, goddess of the dark and the moon, of course. But what is he doing there?
I'm not sure myself, unfortunately, but I've got a very bad feeling about this. Don't let him complete the ritual. That's all the information I have for now.
Thanks.
Hey, Granny, at least let me get a few words in. Don't you worry, my princess. I'm coming to help you out, too. Just hold on and I'll be there before you know it. Master Ragnar, Owen! I'm coming with Rue to give you guys a hand.
It's like the two of you just can't sit still.
Wait a minute! Coming here is reckless, even for you guys.
I'll be accompanying these youngins, so don't you worry about them. Just keep your mind on what you're doing right now, and don't let your guard down.
Got it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Stay safe in there. See you soon, Master Ragnar.
Well, that kind of complicates things. Maybe we should just blow through and try to wrap up things here.
You'll get no argument from me. She mentioned the chapel specifically, though. I'm not sure what to expect, but this might get ugly.
Why? What have you got stashed in there?
It doesn't really matter if we can't get to him. It looks like he sealed off the way to the chapel. If we want to open that hall, we'll need to visit 3 particular areas of the castle.
Okay, so what 3 areas are those?
The terrace beyond the living quarters, the underground waterway that doubles as our dungeon, and the cemetery gardens. Once we've triggered the hidden mechanism in each location, our path to the chapel will be clear.
Got it. Looks like it's time for some good old-fashioned exploration. Seriously though, a dungeon and a graveyard? Am I gonna have to whip some candlesticks for money, too?
Getting cold feet, are we?
You wish. Any treasure hunter worth his salt has seen more graves and dungeons than he can shake a stick at. Let's just pick one and get to work. The sooner we hit them all, the sooner we can get to the chapel. Then we can both give your uncle the ass whooping he's got coming.
Now you're talking.
smooth. Wanna rest a little? Outside now. This must be the terrace.
Right. One of the switches to the door's mechanism should be around here.
What the?
Looks like we're trapped.
It's the Wolfman!
I was afraid of something like this. He was tough enough before, and now we have to fight him in the light of the full moon.
Beautiful night for a curse, isn't it? The cold air is a way of really getting the blood pumping.
I see you still like squatting up high and barking down at folks. Too bad for you, I ain't one of those classy guys who swishes my wine while waxing poetic about the moon. Listen, we both know why you're here, so let's not waste time talking. That's how Blood Knights throw down, ain't it?
Ragnar!
Could it perhaps be that there's more fight to you? Or is it that you simply embrace the inevitable? Either way, your defiance gives me hope that you'll prove yourself more dangerous quarry than before. And so it is now on to You're worthy of the showdown you see with Marquis Ahar.
Now you're talking. Bring it!
If you think all we've managed to do is regain my magic, you're sadly mistaken. Witness for yourself the combined power of a true blood and her loyal knight.
Let me show you how a true warrior fights.
We actually did it! We won!
That we did. There's no need for us to hang around here. Let's press the switch and be on our way.
I'll second that. First switch accounted for. Just need to hit the other two and it's a straight shot to the chapel.
Indeed. Next, how about...
What?
And to think for a minute there, I almost thought it really was going to be that simple.
That was just a warm-up. Sorry to disappoint, but you're going to need to make a better show. convince me you're worthy of audience with Zahar. The match is done, and I'm just getting started. Let's see if you can keep me entertained long.
Owen, look out!
Oh, so you managed to throw yourself at harm's way. Bravo! How many times can you repeat this success? Eventually, your legs will surely falter.
What kind of monster is he? We thought we had him down for the count!
In the light of a full moon, a werewolf's powers are heightened to their peak. And not only that, he has the powers of a bloodhound, too. With stamina and regeneration like that, I'm starting to doubt we can subdue him through any normal means.
Well, shit.
This is the feeling I've been longing for. A surge of boiling blood, a quickening of flesh and bone. This is how it's meant to be. The ancient dance of hunter and prey. Now, fight me until I've had my fill.
If it's a good brawl, why not try me on your size? There!
I know that voice.
Howdy, guys. Awful nice night, ain't it? Sorry to cut in on y'all suddenly, but this feller's mine.
I thought I caught the scent of a pup. You're one of my kind, aren't you?
Odessa the Wild Wolf. That's what folks call me. You might not be the hero you used to be, but we're both wandering ones. Seems like the perfect matchup, don't it?
Well,
Let me show you what the Wild Wolf can do.
Odessa? You're a...
Just as I thought.
Dago, champion of the werewolves. Your moon's already gone and set, and I'm here to make sure it stays that way.
did you really come all this way just for me, huh?
You bet your ass I did. I've spent years now wandering the world, just trying to track you down. Odessa! Get going already. Time's a wasting. You save your fire for later. This here's mine. Mine.
No, but...
We should go, Ragnar. She's ready. Time isn't on our side. We need to make every minute count.
We're going on ahead to whip that bastard Zahar. So don't you even think of losing here, Odessa.
You ain't gotta tell me. I never think of losing anyway.
Wanna rest a little?
Let's be honest.
Welcome, welcome! Many thanks! Come again!
Let's be honest.
breather.
Tornado!
All right. Blaze gear.
Handle this.
Give it to me!
Handle this.
Get over here! Get over here! Looks like treasure!
Finders keepers.
Going for the gold! Wanna rest a little?
another fight.
Well met, dear princess and her knight. Can you feel it? All around us hang the grudges and despair of the condemned.
So, it's you!
Aha! You did magnificently, destroying the barrier and storming the castle. What panache! What heroism! Allow me to offer you my congratulations, Alwyn.
Just what I always wanted, your approval.
And if it isn't little Ragna, my, you're exercising a commendable amount of restraint today. Where are your venomed words? Are you going to bark and lunge at me like a rabid mongrel again? Flecks of spittle and all.
Nice try, pretty boy. But you won't get the best of me twice. Listen up, because I've only got one thing to tell you. I'm gonna beat your ass so hard, the only thing you'll be able to move is your mouth. Then, you're gonna tell me everything. So I hope you're feeling chatty today.
Look at you with your game face on. That withering stare. So intense. But you have to realize, getting angry and trying too hard makes you look like such a simpleton.
Enough of this posturing. There's obviously some sort of bad blood between you and Ragna. I may not know the details, but at this point, I can hardly overlook it either. So, as the head of the Moombria clan, I command you, if we beat you here, you will tell us everything.
Hey now!
Goodness me. Not exactly a born negotiator, are you, princess? You see, the way it usually works is that you would need to offer something I would like to entice me into such a wager.
I don't care how it usually works. Did you not hear me? I gave you my command. If we beat you here, you will tell us everything. Do I make myself clear?
Owen?
Oh, I should have expected nothing less from the niece of Marquis Zahar. Very well then, Princess Alwyn. If by some idle chance or stroke of luck your pride and dignity prevail here, I shall share with you the whole sordid tale. Is that acceptable?
It is. What do you think, Ragna? Do you find these terms agreeable?
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry about this, Owen.
Honestly, to think I'd entertain such a generous wager. Don't get me wrong, though. It's not a bargain you're ever going to collect on.
What the?
Let's have a little fun, shall we?
A crimson blade?
Be careful, Ragna! That must be a fell blade. I'm feeling an incredible aura coming from it.
I shall show you. Behold, Glamdring, the Soul Eater. Have you already forgotten? I told you I'm a fair hand in the ways of the sword. And now I intend to show you! Fall into the abyss! Perhaps I overindulged. I admit defeat. Never did I imagine I could be brought to my knees by the likes of you.
Now, like you promised, you're gonna tell me everything you know. Right now!
Very well. I'm a man of my word. But are you really sure this is what you want, Ragnar? I mean, certainly I'll be able to answer many of the questions that have burned within you all these years. But once the answers take form upon my lips, you can never go back. I can see the hesitation there in your eyes. Yes, it's possible you'll learn something you wish you hadn't. No.
Ignore his blathering, Ragnar. He's just trying to deceive you.
My dear princess, a proper lady should be seen, not heard. This is between me and the boy. Besides, didn't you say you knew nothing of this?
Don't try to mess with me. What are you getting at?
Far be it from me to beguile you. What I said is true. Deep down, you know it is. You claim you want to know the truth, but in spite of all your bluster, you've yet to ask even a single question of me. Yes, indeed. I know you have questions. Questions that perhaps none could ever answer save myself. I can tell you everything your heart yearns to know. All you have to do is ask.
Ragnar?
Ah, but it seems time's up. I shall take my leave here.
Damn you!
It does seem rather unsporting to vanish without offering up a single tidbit in acknowledgement of your victory. And so I'll tell you now that my dear little doll is keeping Marquis Zahar company in the chapel.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Any more would be telling. So long, Ragnar. Keep chewing on that for a while, won't you? You may be onto something, but are you really so sure the truth is what you want?
Ragnar, he...
Ah! Damn it!
Ragnar?
Sorry, Owen. You went out of your way to get him to talk, all for my sake.
Think nothing of it. Back at the Forge Tower, something there brought back some painful old memories, didn't it? And whatever it is, Thermidor knows about it, and he's playing it for all it's worth.
Yeah, but look at me. I had my chance, and when the moment came, I couldn't even stammer out a single question.
Then, as strange as it may seem, maybe you should be grateful to him.
Huh?
You feel ashamed about not seizing that opportunity because you really do want to know the truth. If you were content to remain ignorant, you wouldn't feel the pangs of regret like you do right now. You may not have gotten your answers, but you learned something valuable about yourself, didn't you? If I'm mistaken, don't hesitate to tell me. After all, I'm not exactly knowledgeable of the world outside my castle, and I don't have much experience to speak of. I can't even begin to fathom what you've been through, or understand what you must be feeling right now. A man like that, all high and mighty as he is.
It's okay, Alvin. Your assessment is pretty spot on. It's kind of freaky. Like you were reading my mind for a second there.
Oh,
Well, at least making our way to the chapel will give me some time to think. But I've got this feeling, you know? Like when I get there, I'll find what I'm looking for. It all sounds like a jumble now, but I'll explain things when we get there. I promise.
very well. I accept your promise. But if you break your word to me, you better be prepared, because I'll lay into you like a thunderbolt.
Deal. If I don't keep up my end, you can cuss me out till the cows come home.
Welcome, welcome! You've got yourself a deal. Many thanks. Come again.
Whew! Time to take a breather.
Welcome to the Hunters Guild. Congratulations, Ragna.
All right. Looks like treasure.
Let me go get grain. Welcome. Toodles!
Anytime now. Whew! Time to take a breather.
I'll handle this. Firebolt! Firebolt! Freezing shot! Nothing yet!
Claw gear!
Allow me! It's my turn!
Leave it to me!
Tornado! Allow me!
Follow me.
My turn. Gotcha! Peace out! Over here! Looks like treasure! Going for the gold! Wanna rest a little?
Tornado!
Blaze gear!
Here we go again.
Whoa! You did better than I expected making it this far!
Oh, it's just that stupid-looking cat.
Stop calling me stupid! I have a pedigree. Besides, I can never hope to compare to the stupidity of your dysfunctional master-servant relationship. How dumb do you have to be to just blindly stroll into the jaws of death?
This is my castle, and I'll go wherever I please on these grounds. You have a big mouth, even for a familiar. But because guess what? I got all my magic back. Yes, all of it. And I'm sure you know what that means for you.
Your threats don't scare me. As long as I'm in this castle, I've got the protection of Marquis Zahar on my side.
What?
So that explains it. You're getting your power from my uncle, aren't you?
And that's not all. There's a good reason I was waiting here for you to stumble along. Come on out.
You go to all the trouble of borrowing power, then leave the dirty work to your lackeys?
That's how I roll. Besides, just wait till you see the black news. Come on, everyone! It's time to do the zombie shuffle!
What the hell?
They're moving in unison. Vibrating. Whatever it is zombies do.
This is gonna be good! Feel the killing power of the one, the only, the dead Shimmery! It's time to dance!
Tornado! Fireball! Healing force!
To me! Flame on! too cool to die. Too cool to die. Claw here!
brought down my amazing fun dead jamboree!
That was, without a doubt, the worst jamboree I've ever seen.
This goes beyond simple reanimation of the dead. To make them all cavort like that must take no small amount of skill. Maybe you have a smidge of talent after all, Mont Blanc.
Oh, shut up! Crow all you want now! You'll get your comeuppance soon enough! Just wait till you're face to face with Marquis Zahar! You're both gonna look like little babies compared to him! So enjoy your fleeting taste of victory while you can!
Forgetting what a pest she is, and she keeps reminding me.
True, but she's managed to be a thorn in our side all this time. We need to steel ourselves for whatever lies ahead and keep pressing onward.
No argument from me there. All right, let's hit that switch and get out of this creepy graveyard.
Very well.
Wanna rest a little?
Welcome, welcome! You've got yourself a deal. You've got yourself a deal. Come again!
So this way is...
Beyond here lies the chapel. This hallway leads to the sanctuary of the Dark Goddess.
Huh. That's a pretty elaborate mechanism just to open a door. Guess this is it. Final stretch of our trip together. We've sure had some crazy times.
Yeah. Ragna, I just wanted to say thank you. When all of this started, I never imagined that you'd stick by my side all the way.
Whoa, are you getting sentimental on me all of a sudden? I told you, didn't I? I always repay my debts. Besides, at this point, I'm not just fighting someone else's fight. I've got a stake in this too.
Perhaps you have. I'm here to take back my castle. I can tell you still have a lot on your mind, but only you can find the answers you're looking for. Ultimately, I want us both to come out of this without any regrets.
You said it. All right, it's go time.
I've been waiting for this. I'll handle this.
Looks like treasure! All right! Looks like treasure! Looks like treasure! Going for the gold! Wanna rest a little?
So, you've made it after all.
Uncle Zahar!
It's been far too long, my niece. About a century, give or take a decade. I've long since stopped counting the years. I trust you've been well.
I was until just recently. Though it certainly doesn't look like time has changed you much. Actually, I take that back. Your aura is far stronger than I remember it.
Not much escapes you, in spite of your inexperience. you've matured more than I gave you credit for. I'm sure my dear brother is resting peacefully in the netherworld, knowing his daughter is such a capable young lady.
What are you implying? Zahardu Mubria! My father is supposed to have struck you down. How are you still alive? And why have you returned to Ilvard?
It's only natural you would have questions. But I'll give you one answer, and only one. I have returned here to claim my birthright. True supremacy.
What?
I doubt you're aware of this, Alwyn. But there is something of great interest hidden within the walls of this castle. A relic of the Great Sorcery War, sealed away here these past 500 years. We and our kin once flourished, but the places where we may dwell have rapidly declined these last few centuries. The reason, of course, is the continued increase of man. But they are not wholly responsible for our decline. We have lost the pride we once clung to so fiercely. The pride of those beloved of the moon, who reign supreme over the realm of night and all its children. And it was for that pride that I dared upon the course I took 100 years ago. It was my duty as a true blood to fill the void left by the defeat of the Six, to reign over demonkind and to lead them. Even though my commitment to these ideals set me irreconcilably at odds with my beloved brother. Alwyn, my dear niece, let go of this hatred for me you have borne for so long. We shall rule this world as the pinnacle of demonkind, just as true bloods ought. With our pride and honor restored, we are certain to ascend to even greater heights. Your father and I disagreed on many things, but I'm sure he will be pleased to see the true bloods reclaim their old glory.
How about you take your offer and shove it up your ass instead?
Ragna?
I've been standing here listening to your grade A self-important bastard speech. Man, you don't know when to give it a rest. Restoring your pride? Your duty as a true blood? Come on, man. Can you even hear the words coming out of your mouth?
Silence, human. A mere gnat should not concern himself with matters far beyond his ken.
A gnat, huh? Is looking down on anyone who's not as great as you think you are part of your noble duty, too?
Know your place.
Oh, I know it already. You know what else I know? I've spent plenty of time with Alwyn, and she never looks down on people like that. Not me, not the villagers, not even her enemies. She keeps an open mind and sticks to her principles. Heck, she even picked me as her partner, and that took some stones. So that pride you're chasing after, she's already got it. Had it all along.
Ragna?
It's pretty obvious to me you're just saying pride when what you're really all about is just plain old arrogance. You don't become greater just by pushing other people down. Not unless you're some two-bit jackass.
Fascinating to the last. However, your colorful diatribe is laced with the sort of sophistry only you humans could spew forth.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Your denial does not change the fact that this world is comprised of those who take and those who are taken from. For example, myself. And this girl.
You? Damn you. What the hell have you done to her? Who is she?
Curious, are we? She's little more than a puppet. A gift of tribute presented to me by Thermidor in recognition of my supremacy to do with as I see fit. Nothing more and nothing less.
Cut the crap! Hey, Ex Machina, right? You could at least look a little invested. We're talking about you here, you know. So quit pretending you don't hear me and look over here, would you?
Zahar is correct. I am a puppet, a doll, a shell. I have no will to exert, no desire to fulfill. I exist to be used as a tool. So you need not be concerned about any matter involving me.
And there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth, as humans might say. But I digress. This discussion is between Alwyn and myself, and you would do well to stay out of it.
About that, Uncle. I'll admit, I'm still naive when it comes to worldly matters. I can't even say whether your intentions are ultimately good or bad. I never knew what my father really thought about our kind's place in the world, or our fate.
Well then, allow me to take up the mantle of your father, and give you the guidance he no longer can. Learn from me, and become my successor to the dark arts, and then...
However, that doesn't mean I'm totally on board with your view of the world.
What?
The whole crushing your enemies thing isn't my style. Of course, neither is being crushed. In fact, the continued presence of someone with such draconian ideals in my castle is really rubbing me the wrong way. I suggest you show yourself the door, post haste.
Alwyn?
Quite a demand from a fledgling princess with no one to rule. Well, have at you! Very well. I can see talking is of little use with you. Allow me to elucidate the vast gulf between a dominator and the dominated.
You're welcome to try.
And I'll show you how a mere gnat can get all up in your face.
Never thwart my ambition.
Firebolt! Kneel before me!
Not like this.
You thought you were strong enough to fight me?
Didn't know you True Bloods packed such a punch.
No way. How could there be such a huge difference between us?
You've certainly forged a strange contract with this human. An act of foolish sentimentality, wasted on a creature only fit for nourishment. I can practically hear my brother grieving from the netherworld at what his daughter has become.
Can it, jackass? What do you think you know about all...
Ragna!
Let me give you a valuable lesson in the truths of this world. Mankind inhabits the earth because we allow it. Because you provide an easy source of nourishment for our kind. Perhaps I should crush what little life remains in my frail bones.
Wait, Master Zahar.
What is it, Ex Machina? Does the soulless doll dare to speak against her lord's amusement?
No, not at all. I only wish to report that the ritual is now complete.
What? A mirror?
Correct. But this is no mere looking glass. Sealed away 500 years ago by my brother in this very altar was the door that opens the way to Luna Mundus.
Lunar realm?
Well, it seems I certainly chose a good time to join this little gathering.
Why now?
This doesn't look good.
Well, you certainly took your time. You weren't off fooling around, were you?
Well, we had some other guests wandering around the castle. Besides these two, I mean.
There's no need for concern. We've already bested one of them. Shall we finish off the rest of this rabble?
No, just ignore them. They may have managed to fight their way to me, but it's clear they pose no threat. Let us waste no time in opening the door to the lunar realm.
Fine by me. Now.
What are they doing?
Well then, Ex Machina, if you would.
As you wish.
What is that?
Some kind of door.
At long last, the way is open. And now we take our leave. Onward to Luna Mundas.
Agreed.
Hey, I'm coming too!
I guess it's farewell to this world for now. Till next we meet.
Wait! How in the world?
I have no further need of this castle. Be grateful that in my beneficence I am electing to return it to you. It should offer you a fine seat from which to look on, helpless and envious, as you watch my plan come to fruition.
Up yours, assholes! You think I'm just gonna let you clowns waltz out of here without so much as a g'day, mate? You've got another thing coming. There's no chance in hell I'm just gonna stand here twiddling my thumbs as you ride off in triumph!
I believe this is the young whelp you referred to as a persistent buffoon, is it not? I certainly understand what you meant now. I almost feel a shred of pity for the poor boy.
So, does that mean I can take him with me? It almost feels like I've fallen head over heels for the little wretch.
Damn it, this ain't some joke!
Ragnar, is it? You've proven quite the amusing diversion today. And for that, I shall grant you a small reward. Ex Machina, you may show the boy your face.
But Marquis Zahar...
'Tis the untoward host that keeps the best wine for himself. I, too, would like to appraise this prized vintage you've held in your private reserves.
Well now, you've certainly got a taste for the finer things. Ex Machina, draw back your... Let's give everyone a nice good look at that pretty face of yours.
As you wish.
Oh my.
Can't be. Are you kidding me? Yeah. It's you, isn't it? Why? What are you doing with these creeps? I've been looking for you. I've never stopped looking all these years. Hey, don't you remember me? It's me, Ragnar. I guess it has been 7 years. You grew up real pretty, man. You must look different to you, too. But I'm still the same old Ragnar inside. Honest. Come on. You gotta remember, right? Come on.
mistaken me for someone else. As I have told you several times before, I lack a soul and all that comes with it. I am merely a doll, created by Thermidor. Whatever memories you think you have of me, you should let them go.
Magnificent! That pained expression. The way the fleeting hope flickered in his eyes, then died. Thermidor, you scoundrel. To think you were planning on keeping such an exquisite pleasure to yourself.
Would I do a thing like that? Your enjoyment has always been my highest priority. Listen, Ragnar. I hope you don't hold this against me. Honestly, I'd intended to break it to you a little more gently.
Ragnar.
This way, milady.
Look at that!
My princess!
Master Ragnar!
Get a load of that girl's scepter!
Hey, so that's what happened to the Rainbow Jewel. Sure feels like we walked into some big convoluted mess, doesn't it?
Oh! It looks like we were just a step or two behind them.
Actually, we're quite finished here. Farewell, Ragnar. You were entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh! Don't go, Mia. Not like this. Not after I finally found you.
Master?
What's going on here?
Ragnar, stop this!
Let go! Let go of me, damn it! Mia! 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 Time to take a breather.